Growing up, we all dreamed of escaping to a simpler world, a place where every swing led to a new adventure, every day felt like a discovery, and freedom would be a dream come true. But 29 years later, the actors of George of the Jungle faced a dark path of severe depression, a gruesome public divorce, and the tragic loss of a Hollywood icon. So what happened to the cast who brought this wild experience to life? Brendan Fraser swings into action as George of the Jungle, 29 years old, cheerful, powerful, and blissfully unaware of danger. Raised by a talking gorilla after surviving a plane crash as an infant, George became the legendary white ape of the jungle. He protected animals, battled poachers, and swung fearlessly through the trees, usually crashing into them. Despite his superhuman strength, George remained kind-hearted, innocent, and endlessly optimistic. He reminded us that courage, compassion, and a pure heart matter more than intelligence or perfection. At 57 years old, Brendan Fraser is an Academy Award-winning actor, best known for The Mummy trilogy, Doom Patrol 2019, and The Whale 2022. Before fame, he worked as a lawn maintenance worker and delivery man. He was married for 9 years and shares 3 sons with his former wife. Following their 2009 divorce, Fraser endured severe stunt-related injuries, financial hardship, obesity struggles, and personal setbacks. Today, he remains beloved by audiences and is officially returning as Rick O'Connell in The Mummy 4. Leslie Mann lights up the screen as Ursula Stanhope, the 25-year-old daughter of Beatrice Stanhope and Arthur Stanhope. Adventurous, compassionate, and eager for something beyond high society expectations. A wealthy San Francisco heiress, Ursula embraced the wonders of the African jungle with curiosity and courage. Unlike those around her, she valued kindness over status and genuine connection over appearances. Her journey transformed her from a sheltered socialite into an independent woman willing to choose her own destiny. At 54 years old, Leslie Mann is an American actress, comedian, model, and brand ambassador, known for The 40-Year-Old Virgin 2005, Knocked Up 2007, This Is 40 2012, The Other Woman, Rio 1 and 2, and The Croods: A New Age 2020. Before fame, she appeared in commercials and background roles, like a notable 1995 Coca-Cola commercial. She has been married to a comedy director and producer for nearly 3 decades and shares 2 actress daughters. Leslie has spoken about anxiety, aging, and health challenges while remaining one of Hollywood's most beloved comedic performers today. Thomas Haden Church fuels conflict as Lyle Van de Groot, 37 years old, wealthy, arrogant, and completely out of his element in the jungle. As a status-obsessed socialite, Lyle cared more about appearances than courage, often talking tough while running from real danger. Determined to protect his reputation, he lied, schemed, and manipulated his way through every obstacle. His cowardice, jealousy, and endless bad decisions made him the perfect villain. Lyle stressed that money and status mean little without character, integrity, and genuine bravery. At 65 years old, Thomas Haden Church is an actor, director, producer, screenwriter, voice performer, and rancher. Before fame, he worked jobs ranging from oil field worker and veterinarian's assistant to disc jockey and bellman. He's best known for Wings, 1990, Sideways, 2004, Spider-Man 3, 2007, and Spider-Man No Way Home, 2021. Thomas shares 2 daughters with his former fiancée. Following their separation, he has earned 30 career awards and has overcome injuries, weight fluctuations, respiratory illness, and ranch-related accidents throughout his life. John Cleese lends his voice to an ape named Ape. 58 years old, witty, intelligent, and endlessly sarcastic, Ape served as George's adoptive brother, mentor, and closest friend. Unlike George's childlike innocence, Ape possessed sophistication, sharp humor, and a practical view of the world. He offered guidance, wisdom, and occasional frustration whenever George's jungle adventures spiraled into chaos. Captured by greedy poachers, because of his rare ability to speak, Ape became the catalyst for the film's biggest rescue mission. At 86 years old, John Cleese is a legendary English actor, comedian, writer, producer, presenter, keynote speaker, and university professor. Before fame, he worked as a teacher and insurance salesman. He is best known for co-founding Monty Python movies, starring in Fawlty Towers, 1975, playing nearly headless Nick in Harry Potter, voicing King Harold in the Shrek films, and appearing in Rat Race, 2001. Cleese has been married 4 times, divorced 3 times, and has 2 children. Despite using a wheelchair, relying on a pacemaker, undergoing hip replacements, and facing health challenges, he remains one of comedy's most celebrated figures, earning around 28 major career awards. Holland Taylor brings authority to Beatrice Stanhope, 54 years old, elegant, wealthy, and fiercely determined to control her daughter Ursula's future. As Ursula's overbearing mother and a prominent San Francisco socialite, Beatrice measured success through status, class, and appearances. She viewed George as completely unsuitable and did everything possible to keep him away from her family. Sharp-tongued, manipulative, and endlessly judgmental, she created many of the film's obstacles. Beatrice highlighted that love cannot be controlled, purchased, or dictated by social expectations. At 83 years old, Holland Taylor is an acclaimed actress, writer, and producer, best known for playing Evelyn Harper on 2.5 Men, Judge Roberta Kittleson on The Practice, and memorable roles on Legally Blonde and The Truman Show. Raised by an attorney father and painter mother, she built a distinguished career spanning decades. Since 2015, she has been in a long-term relationship with a known actress, and they are not interested in marriage. Taylor has openly discussed her experiences with depression, irritable bowel syndrome, and past eating disorders, while remaining a respected figure in entertainment. Abraham Benrubi brings brute strength to Thor, 56 years old and one of the hired poachers, serving as the physical enforcer of the group. Towering, heavy-set, and built for intimidation, Thor relies on raw power rather than intelligence. He carries out orders, chases targets through dangerous terrain, and uses force in an attempt to capture George and Ape through the African jungle. Easily led and often confused, he carries out dangerous tasks without understanding the bigger plan, repeatedly charging into situations that end in slapstick failure. Despite his size and aggression, he is constantly outwitted by jungle creatures and George's unpredictability, making him more comedic than threatening. At 56 years old, Abraham Benrubi is a seasoned American actor and voice artist whose career stretches from ER 1994 and Parker Lewis Can't Lose 1990 to Without a Paddle 2004 and the cult chaos of Robot Chicken 2005. He's also lent his voice to major video game franchises and once ran a pub in Indianapolis before fully locking into entertainment. Married privately since 2019 with no children, Abraham has faced the industry shifts and survived them up to date. Kelly Miracco portrayed Betsy, 35 years old, and Ursula Stanhope's best friend. She was quick-tongued, modern-minded, and always calm under pressure. Unlike the wealthy, judgmental social circle around them, Betsy spoke honestly, used humor in stressful situations, and never overreacted. When Ursula brought a wild and unfamiliar jungle-raised outsider into high society, Betsy adjusted quickly and helped smooth out awkward moments, while giving practical, no-nonsense advice. She often reacted with playful amusement and unfiltered honesty, which added comedy to her character. most importantly, she remained loyal and supportive, staying the one person Ursula could fully rely on when everything around her became chaotic and unpredictable. At 62 years old, Kelly Miracco is an American actress and producer, known for work in television and film across the 1990s and 2000s. She appeared in Law & Order SVU, Cold Case 2003, and Fraser 1993, and also worked behind the scenes as a producer on short films. She began her career in smaller television roles and early production-related work before transitioning into acting, building a steady career defined by supporting roles, versatility, and long-term industry consistency. John Bennett Perry is remembered as Arthur Stanhope, 56 years old, husband to Beatrice Stanhope and father to Ursula Stanhope, serving as the calm financial backbone of a powerful San Francisco banking family. As president of Stanhope Bank, Arthur moved through wealth and status with quiet indifference, often acting as the silent counterweight to his wife's social obsession. He supported Ursula's independence without hesitation, allowing her to choose love over arranged prestige, and consistently resisted pressure to control her future. His presence softened the family's rigid expectations, offering patience where others demanded conformity. At 85 years old, John Bennett Perry is an American actor, singer, and former model, best known for Old Spice commercials, Fools Rush In, 1997, Independence Day, 1996, Scrubs, 2001, and Falcon Crest, 1981. Before fame, he worked manual labor jobs and toured with a country music band. He has been married twice and has 2 children, including the late actor Matthew Perry. John has also faced struggles with alcoholism and later endured the grief of his son's passing, becoming an advocate through public accountability efforts. Richard Roundtree lands the role of Kwame, 55 years old and serving as the experienced African safari guide, leading Ursula Stanhope's expedition through the dangerous jungles of Burundi. Kwame was wise, disciplined, and firmly grounded in local knowledge, acting as the voice of reason whenever the group becomes reckless or disorganized. He managed the team of porters, ensuring safe passage through harsh terrain, mediating conflicts between the guides and arrogant tourists. Around the campfire, he shared the legend of the White Ape, helping shape the expedition's journey and guiding its direction with steady leadership. Richard Roundtree's cause of death was pancreatic cancer on October 24, 2023 at the age of 81, after surviving male breast cancer in 1993. He was an actor and model who worked early odd jobs as a janitor and suit salesman before rising to fame. He became internationally known for his groundbreaking role as John Shaft in The Shaft 1971 and 4 of its sequels. Richard Roundtree was married twice and divorced 2 times and had 5 children. Greg Cruttwell steps into the action as Max, 37 years old, greedy, quick-tempered poacher who acted as the self-proclaimed brains of a criminal duo. He constantly plotted profit-driven schemes, pushed reckless ideas, and treated the jungle as something to exploit. Confident in his own intelligence, he gave orders, made deals, and drove increasingly selfish plans to capture rare animals for money. Max was impatient, easily frustrated by danger, and hostile toward anything that blocked his greed. His cruelty was casual, shown through exploitation of animals and people, while insisting he remained in control. At 66 years old, Greg Cruttwell is an English filmmaker, former actor, screenwriter, director, producer, and sports executive. After appearing in films like Naked, 1993, and 2 Days in the Valley, 1996, he successfully reinvented himself behind the camera, building a career in writing and directing. Beyond entertainment, he founded Balham FC, combining his passion for football with entrepreneurship. Married with 4 children, Cruttwell has spent decades balancing creative storytelling, leadership roles, and long-term success across multiple industries. And so, our adventure through George of the Jungle Cast Then and Now 2026 comes to a close. A film that reminded us that even in a world of rules and expectations, kindness, laughter, and heart will always find a way. If this film brought back memories, we'd love to hear them on the comment section below. Until the next 90s family slapstick adventure comedy film, swing freely, rise stronger, and keep your spirit wild.